I need to vent, so here's a story time. Literally, do not trust your neighbors. They're not your friends. Set those boundaries, and if the motherfuckers feel some kind of way, that's on them. It is what it is. But let me tell you what just happened. So there's an older couple down the street. They got some new dogs, two little small little dogs or whatever. And I'm always home, and I'm always watching. I'm always lurking, looking outside, this and that, third. So I know what's going on in my neighborhood. And the past couple of days, they've been bringing their dog past my house. They always stop in my yard, let their dog use the bathroom in my yard. They do clean it up, and then they go about their business. And in the subdivision that I'm in, everybody got a acre or a little less than an acre of land. We all got the same amount. In the front of our development, there's a open area where everybody else take their dogs to go to the bathroom. There's no houses in the front, so you can go up there. Or there's other areas throughout the development that there is no house. You can just take your dog into like the little bushes, whatever, let them go to the bathroom, and then that's that, right? But for some people, and most of them beat them people, think that they're just above the law, they're above whatever, rules don't apply to them. If they want to walk somewhere, they can walk somewhere. They want to say something, they can say something. They want to do something, they can do it. They want to take something, they can take something. You see where I'm going with this, right? And this older couple, they about in their 70s. You know what I mean? So I'm saying that so you can kind of get an idea of possibly how they grew up, the type of person they might be, how they treat other people who look like me, right? And it's already them people who like this, especially them older ones, and they don't see how like me or like you, if you look like me, how are we in certain situations? How are you in the same neighborhood I'm in? How are you at the same grocery store I'm at? How you go to the same school I go to? How you work at the same hospital I work at? You know what I mean? Like, they can't wrap, some of them can't wrap it around their minds how we're not back how times was then. And there's a lot of people who look like me, who have a lot of opportunities, like people who look like them, and they cannot handle that. And I say that to say, because this was one of those people's, before I even get into this whole conversation, I don't care how anybody takes this. This is me venting, telling my own story, and this just for documentation purposes. I know this video isn't like probably gonna help nobody in a sense, because this is a rare situation, but if you feel like I'm racist, I'm racist. I'm not. I have mixed children. I'm laid up with a white man. But I'm a black woman with black experiences, and I'm a die a black woman, and I also have all black children. So I'm saying it to say, me having mixed children or being with a white man don't take away from me being black at all. And yeah, I just wanted to say that. So anyway, back to the story. So like I said, this has been going on for the past couple of days. I haven't said anything. I told my man 2 nights ago what's been going on, and I asked him, can he approach the situation? Because I'm like, I feel like if I say something, automatically I'm going to be the black bee. I'm disrespectful, I'm this, I'm that. It's automatically going to be faced with a problem because I said something. And the reason why I felt like this prior to even having a conversation with them is because I picked up on their energy. Yes, I'm in the house, they're outside, but I can read energy, I can read people. I already knew the moment I opened my mouth, them people was going to look at me like, who are you telling me I can't do what? Even though it's my property. But I already picked up the vibes. I have the gift of discernment, and God had already told me what the situation was going to be. So I tried to get ahead of it and ask my man to confront them and ask them to please stop letting their dog come in our yard. There's no reason why your dog is using the bathroom in our yard. Everybody else who got dogs, they either let their dog stay in their yard or they walk them somewhere else. But to think and have the entitlement that you can just let your dog go to the bathroom wherever and then think, oh, because I cleaned it up, like it's not that big of a deal, like you're fucking crazy. Like, you crazy as hell to me. And they definitely found out today. We live in a very small town in a very quiet area. And when I say, now you got a reason to run my name through this motherfucker, you got a reason to sit here, oh yeah, the one who's always in the house, the one who's always quiet, the one who's real mysterious, we don't know nothing about. Now you got a reason to sit back and have a conversation about me. I gave you one. I gave you a show. Because if you really think that you're going to come down here and do whatever and then say whatever to me, you got me fucked up. Real shit, like you really got me fucked up. Like, who do you think I am? I hate people like that. And hate is a strong word, and I'm definitely going to repent and ask God to forgive me. These emotions are raw right now. So with some raw shit coming out. Because it's like, bro, who do you think you are? And then who do you think I am? Like, I'm just some bitch. Like, we back in the 1960s. And I'm telling you, I don't want you on my property. You gonna look at me like, who the fuck are you talking to? Yeah, I heard you, but it ain't that big of a deal. Who the fuck says that? Like, I literally walked. Then people came outside in front of my yard today. I walked outside, very pleasant. I said it very nicely and said, could you please stop letting your dog use the bathroom in my yard? I noticed this has been a routine, you know, and I'm asking you nicely, please do not let it happen again. Both of them had their head down as I'm saying this, looked up, walked their dog to wherever he would, because the dog is itching on the leash, right? So the dog trying to get to its spot because it's been using the bathroom in the same spot over and over, right? So the dog trying to get to its spot is wiggling, right? So they look up at me, allow the dog to find the spot that he's looking for, use the bathroom, and still say nothing to me. So at this point, I'm like, oh, am I talking to myself? I've never had a conversation with these people, so for real, I don't even know where their hearing is at. Like, maybe they couldn't hear me because we're kind of at like a distance. I'm standing on my front porch, they're standing in front of my lawn. So I get louder. So me getting louder, then all of a sudden the husband, he gonna talk about, oh, I heard you, but you're just so out of control. It's not that serious. I didn't think it was that serious. A dog using the bathroom in your yard. Bitch, take the dog to your yard. Don't you got an acre of land? Wasn't you just at our other neighbor's house over there hee-hee and ha-ha with her while she outside watering her grass? Let the dog shit over there. Why would you let the dog come over here? And then what's crazy is when I came outside, the dogs was not fully in my yard. I was trying to stop them before they did, right? But they didn't know that I was coming outside for that, right? I could have been coming outside to smoke a cigarette. I could have been coming outside to go to the car, anything. They did not know that. The point I'm making is when I opened that door and I walked outside, they made eye contact with me. Them people never even spoke, tried to address me, nothing. So my house is good enough for you to use my lawn and let your dog shit in it. But when you see me, you can't even speak, you know, hey, how you doing? And even if you would have spoke, my approach was still going to be the same. I wasn't going to go out there and change what I said, but I'm just like, yo, that's crazy how, like, the entitlement, like, that's really wild. So it's fuck what I'm saying. You don't have to acknowledge me. You could just do whatever. People's getting killed by being on other people's property. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Like, why do you feel as though that you're so entitled and privileged? Like, oh, I have a dog. I can walk my dog wherever. No, the fuck you cannot. I can't come down to your place and litter on your shit and then say, oh, I picked it up. But, you know, so back to the story. So I'm getting louder, right? So as I'm getting louder, so now he's telling me how I'm disrespectful and I'm this and I'm that. And I'm basically telling him, like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. He's talking about, oh, I cleaned it up. It's not that big of a deal. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Clean it up at your shit. I don't have dogs. There should not be no dog shit in my motherfucking yard. I don't care about none of that. So the whole time, the wife not saying nothing, right? So they look, dog finish doing what they do. They clean it up. They walk away. So I thought I was over it. I go back in the house. I told my man, because he wasn't even aware what happened, because it happened so fast. I tell him, like, yo, you better go outside and go get these people because da-da-da-da-da. He go out there, but it was just something in my spirit that just couldn't let it go. And guess who came following? So I went back out there because, like, no, I got to get this off my chest. Like, I'm really tired of motherfuckers, not even just them, just in my life. Like, I'm always biting my tongue, always letting shit slide. I'm always the one end up with a broken heart. People just feel like, you know, they can just say whatever and do whatever. I'm not going for that shit no more. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care. I am not going for it. I matter. My feelings matter. And if you feel as though you gonna try me, I promise you we're gonna go toe to toe. So anyway, I came back outside and I let it be known. I was like, let this be the last time your fucking mutts were on my yard. So by me saying that, you know, now he's talking about, oh, it's not that serious, and, you know, just trying to downplay the shit. Like, I don't give a fuck how you downplay it. Like, oh, I'm just being so extra, I'm being over the top. I don't give a fuck how you say it. I don't care. Then the wife want to apologize. Thank you for your apology, but you could apologize from the beginning. You sat there and let your husband disrespect me, and then, well, actually, both of y'all ignored me. Then you let your husband disrespect me, and then when you seen I wasn't gonna let up, then you talking about you apologize. Thank you for your apology, but it shouldn't have had to go that far.